Right, it's time for business, and Emmanuel Bajirafi has joined me, and he's telling us that Ghana is coming to the rescue of some countries
some
in the sub-region.
It's all about trying to enhance its internet connectivity.
As far as telecommunications is concerned.
Exactly, sure.
Okay, all right, check it out.
Thank you very much, and thanks for joining me on Business Tonight. Ghana is leading a sub-regional dialogue on sharing its submarine cable network with its neighbors Burkina Faso, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire. This follows some understanding between these countries for a seamless approach to improve internet connectivity within the West African sub-region. Minister of Communications Esther Owusu-Ekufo disclosed this to Joy Business in an interview. Here's a report by Ebenezer Sabute.
Internet infrastructure sharing has been recommended as one of the surest ways to reduce the cost of communication within the West African sub-region. According to Minister of Communications Esther Owusu-Ekufo, talks are still ongoing between Ghana and its neighboring states to make use of the available submarine cables to enhance the quality of data for its citizens.
We also need to promote infrastructure sharing. And so, as I indicated, we're linking our fiber network to Burkina Faso and to Togo and to Cote d'Ivoire once the conversations are concluded. And then we can share excess capacity. We have 5 submarine cables landing on our shores. And so our landlocked neighbors can also use us as a transit point for their data. And we hope that that would also drive down the cost of communications within the region.
The minister believes a secure data center is also needed for the continent to help reduce cost of data and help with the smooth implementation of a continental free market area.
Traffic exchanges which are located outside the continent. So for a simple packet going between, say, Ghana and Nigeria, or even sometimes within the countries, it has to go to Europe before it is transmitted. Many of the telecoms companies have a single traffic exchange located outside the continent where they bulk transmit their messages. We have to set up a traffic exchange on the continent for our information. It will also ensure that we keep the data generated from our devices on the continent, and it will reduce the cost of transmitting data to and fro, voice and data communications to and fro, and ultimately those savings will be passed on to the subscriber.
She expressed confidence that Ghana is ready to take advantage of all aspects of the agreement. Ebenezer Sabute's report for Joy Business.
Now, leading auditing and tax advisory firm Deloitte Ghana says it has taken note of recent media reports with regards to findings and sanctions by the regulator, the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. The firm, in a statement, says it will disagree with these findings when they are confirmed. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana has been cited by one of the sanctioned auditing firms to have passed questionable accounts of one of the collapsed banks. There's more in this Business Desk report.
Based on the submissions by accounting firm PKF, which worked on Capital Bank's accounts in 2015, it was established that its inability to do a proper job on the bank's financial accounts was based on the Bank of Ghana's interference. For instance, PKF stated its inability to issue a qualified opinion was based on discussions they had with the regulator. However, this engagement with the Bank of Ghana, it failed to provide adequate documentation to support PKF's claim because under the accounting practice, such developments must be captured. Well, this interference by the Bank of Ghana was confirmed by Chartered Accountant Dr. Daniel Sedo in an interview with Joy Business.
It's not like the banks did the right things and the auditors did the wrong things. For most of these cases we've all read about, the banks themselves misconducted themselves and some of them tried to get the auditors to give them clean bill of health. And in some instances, with the support of the regulator. So that is where the challenge is coming from, assuming the banks did the right thing. There'll be no problem. There are other banks in this country who are being audited by the same auditors. How come they didn't have a challenge? So the problem really is not necessarily about the auditors doing a bad job. Yes, the problem for me is coming from the directors of the financial institutions we have.
Industry watchers have argued that these developments have shown that it might not be fair to only sanction these accounting firms and commercial banks for the challenges in the financial space, but persons at the Bank of Ghana that might have contributed to these financial sector challenges must not be excused, but rather sanctioned.
Now, players in the financial sector would tomorrow converge to deliberate on what is next after the Bank of Ghana completes its cleanup exercise. This will be the third in a series of the Financial Services Forum program put together by Joy Business on the theme, The Financial Services Cleanup, Now What? Some distinguished personalities to lead the discussions include Second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Elsie Ado Awaji, Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Ubami Tete, Marianne Pano, Corporate Governor Consultant and Lawyer, and Dr. Richmond Atuahene, Lecturer at the Ghana Banking College. Remember, this will be a perfect opportunity to explore the future of the banking and finance sector in the country. It is free to the public, but there will be limited seats available. So make a date at the Labadi Beach Hotel for more on the Joy Business Financial Services Forum, which starts at exactly 9 a.m. Let's now have our local wrap. Ghana improves in latest anti-money laundering terrorist finance rankings.
Management of MTN Mobile Money says it has no intention of shutting down the service, contrary to social media speculations. In a statement in response to the rumors, MTN said they are, as a matter of fact, incapable of doing so based on regulatory and contractual agreements. Ghana has gone up 6 places to 60th in the latest anti-money laundering and terrorist financing rankings. This is based on the latest anti-money laundering index put together by the Swiss Basel Institute of Governance. The rankings revealed that Ghana went up from 66 in 2018 in terms of the rankings to 60. The Business and Financial Times reports President of the National Inland Canoe Fishermen Council, Jacob Tete Ageke, has bemoaned the incessant interference by political actors in the fishing industry, including the distribution of premixed fuel to fishermen. The inland fishing sector cuts across 5 regions, involving 32 districts and 1,600 communities along the Volta Lake.
And that's all for you in this first segment of business. I'll come your way with more business after 8 p.m.